Hello, everyone. And first of all, I am very sorry that I am not there. The reason is relatively simple and very important to my survival. You see, 1 year ago, my wife took all of her vacation for 2022 and all of her vacation for 2023 until October, so that she could spend a couple of months in Paris, her dream. Now, since she came back from Paris last year, she's had no vacation and she's been trapped in Japan. Finally, she can have a vacation again. And as I promised her many months ago, we're going to Italy today, which is yesterday for you, but today for me. And if I tried to change that plan, if I tried to alter our date of going, she would kill me. And therefore, I choose to make this recording rather than die. And this recording, I hope, will have some interesting information for you. Let me share my screen. Let's have a look at what's going on in the OpenChain project. Well, as you know, the global supply chain has and has always had many problems with license compliance and security. And as you know, we're to do something about it. Let's look at what we are doing today. First of all, license compliance, our original and our traditional standard. On our website today, we have 108 organizations that came to us and said, put our logo as a user of this standard on your website. That is absolutely fantastic. It's wonderful advertising. It's very important for growing our community, but it's only a very small part of the total number of companies using our standard around the world. I'll come back to that in a moment, but first I need to show you a couple of the very recent companies to announce they're using the standard. The latest, Korea Telecom, KT. Well done, very cool. Telcos are huge companies, lots of regulation in their industry, and their use of our standards is brilliant. It's good for them, it's good for us. LSware in Korea also using, Vectorverse and Bobble AI in other countries using. In fact, the growth of our standard, I'm going to give you some numbers. In 2020, when our standard first came to market, 65% of code bases had license compliance problems. Now, 53%. In other words, since we became an ISO standard, there's been a 12% decrease in license compliance issues. That's not bad. And very recently, PwC just completed a survey in the German market, and I think, incredible number. 31% of large German companies already use or plan to use our standard for open source license compliance. We said we could change the world, and we are. Well done. Security standard. The security standard news is pretty simple, but very important. First of all, you know that companies like LG and BlackBerry are using this standard. And you probably know that the standard will formally be published by ISO really soon. Actually, really soon. ISO have marked us as publishing in November. And very exciting, a large Korean financial institute will be announcing adoption of the standard this month as it comes out as a formal ISO standard. It's wonderful to see our work in security getting the same type of recognition and momentum and making the same kind of difference as our work in licensing has done. Lots of other stuff is happening. As you know, well, you're doing it. Korea Work Group is fantastic and super busy all the time. One thing I did want to flag is that our webinar series is always continuing, and we have a few great webinars coming in the next couple of months about what's the open source initiative doing? What's the Linux Professional Institute doing? What's the latest in automation and tooling? Keep an eye on our webinars. We have so many out there, and we do plan to keep making them and keep helping free education in our field. Also very important, I mentioned this last time, I mention it again. OpenChain has gone from basically focusing on license compliance into more generally being able to work on open source business process standardization. So we're thinking, what do we do about that? What's important? How do we help people in the future? What do we have a responsibility to do to reduce risk, to save time, to save money? Lots of proposals, updates to our licensing and security standards, proposals about how to improve them, proposals for new contribution or SBOM quality analysis standards. All of these ideas coming from our community will go before our steering committee in early December for review, and they will provide formal guidance on where to go next. Your voice is important in this process too, so let us know what you think. If you want to check out our current license and security specs, they're on GitHub at these links. If you want to check out the update drafts, the concepts for what can come next, they're at these links on GitHub. You can see the open issues and you can add your own if you have ideas or concerns or suggestions. And you can look at new ideas like the contribution specification. You can see the working document, very basic, just starting out. The first GitHub issue, that has a lot of information. The kickoff call, where we really discussed what can we do here. If you want to talk about SBOM quality, this came from our telco work group. They're recording everything on GitHub. They're recording their issues, and especially on their mailing list, they're discussing it in detail. If you're curious, go check it out. Like everything we do, everyone is welcome. Tracking the work in general, look at our website, participation. You can join our calls. Look at GitHub. You can check out all the slides from all of the monthly meetings discussing this stuff, and they have all of the links. You can check out the recordings of the meetings, and you can join our spec mailing list to be part of all of the official discussion on this stuff. Project is doing pretty well. We're nearly at the end of the year. Amazingly, I've basically been traveling since February, so I haven't really noticed the year passing. I'm shocked it's middle November. So I decided to do an assessment of where we've gone from the beginning of the year until the end of October. And everywhere, this project has been increasing. We've had a 20% increase in companies coming to us and asking to add their logo to our website as a user of our standards. 85% increase in certifiers for our standards, 20% more service providers, 18% more vendors, 14% more legal providers. We've doubled the amount of standards, licensing, now licensing and security, and we have new specs under proposal, 200% increase. Crazy year, wonderful year. And I do hope that you, our Korea work group, can continue being such a central part of this. And if you are new to this work group, if this is your first time, just scan the QR code go to the website and you can check out all of the international and other regional activities. Well, thank you for your time. Apologies, I'm not there. I am coming to Korea on the 28th evening time. So I will be in Korea 29. I will be in Korea 30th of this month. If you want to meet me, I'd be very happy to. Just contact me at scoughlin@linuxfoundation.org. Meanwhile, have a beautiful day, beautiful week, and thank you. Thank you always, Haksung Soim. Thank you, Sayan. Thank you, Kyungye. Thank you, everyone who brings the meetings together, everyone who makes the merchandise, everyone who turns up and shares their enthusiasm with others.